Calicut. He has completed his Masters of Technology in Environmental Engineering from College of Engineering, Trivandrum, and Bachelor's of Technology in Chemical Engineering from Government Engineering College, Kozhikode. He has a teaching experience of about 5 years, and his primary research area includes atmospheric science and air quality modeling, wastewater treatment, chemical process optimization. So, Dr. Anu N has published over 13 publications in international journals. He has attended over 15 technical trainings and about 21 national and international conferences. So, we are indeed glad to have Dr. Anu N joining us today. Thanks for joining us today, sir.
Thank
Over
you,
to
ma'am. Case safety engineering in process plants, which is covering the fourth module. Up to third module, we were covered before the lockdown. And in aspects of safety engineering in process plant, all students will be aware about the industrial safety. After completing your graduation, you might be entering into an industrial job. You might be aware about the industrial safety. So, introduction to safety and key aspects of safety and potential hazards, types of hazards and its classifications, and then different HASCAM codes, FREM cards, etc. We were discussing in the previous three modules. And coming to the fourth module, today we will be discussing about the fourth module in this topic or subject. That is the fourth module I am discussing today about the introduction to safety inspections and safety audits and job safety analysis. Then different hazard survey and its analysis. We were discussing the third module about Dow index, Dow chemical index, chemical exposure index, CEI, etc. So here we are discussing about the hazard survey and analysis, different types of hazards happening in the industrial processes. So hazard means we have to potential things which damage will be causing hazard. So this hazard will assessed or surveyed by techniques. Coming to the topic, safety inspections and audits. Before that, I will be introducing about the major textbook I am following for the safety in industry processes are Daniel A. Crowd, Chemical Process Safety, then Leaks Prevention in the Process Industries, that is volume 1, 2, 3, etc. Other, then Inherent Safety in Process Plant Design, then Chemical Process Safety by Roy E. Sanders. So these textbooks are very valuable for referring all the materials. So coming to the topic of introduction to safety, that is 3 different concepts is including for the loss prevention. Previously, I was discussing in my class that loss prevention or accident prevention, etc. So what is accident prevention and loss prevention? Nowadays, we are using for safety or expressing safety as loss prevention to improve the economy of this industry by preventing the accidents, etc. So safety and loss prevention, we can be discussed as the prevention of accidents by the use of appropriate technology. So different technologies have to be used to identify the hazards to take into plant and to eliminate these hazards to improve the production and economy. So we can avoid the accidents which will be occurring during the process in the chemical industry. So safety, hazard and risk of this hazard have to be assessed for a proper or reducing the accidents. So coming to the...
Sir, I think we can turn the video so that the audio clarity would be better.
So
yeah, thank you, sir.
Hazard, coming to the topic of hazard, what is meant by hazard? So any physical situation with a potential for human injury, damage to property, damage to the environment, or combination of these 3 things can be defined as hazard. So we were discussing in the third module about the hazard and its classification. Various types of hazards are there: chemical hazard, physical hazards, then environmental hazards, etc. So hazard means a physical situation with a potential for human injury, damage to property, damage to the environment. So in chemical example for chemical hazard, suppose a spillage of phenol or any organic solvents into a surrounding area of storage. For example, recently in Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam, LG Polymers Limited, one accident occurred in the May 7th. So we read the newspaper about the styrene leakage from the storage tank after a long period of lockdown around 45 days pressurized. So this is a chemical hazard which is happened. So physical hazards are there such as radiation, thermal injuries, etc. will be happening. So something which will be causing damage due to these types of chemical physical hazards will be causing harmful to the human beings, damage to the industrial properties and surrounding areas, environmental damage, etc. will be happening. So these types of hazard we have to be assessed for uh, evaluating or during the investigation of any accidents occurring in an industry. So to avoid these accidents, before accident occurring, we have to avoid or we have to eliminate these accidents by various hazard analysis or identification of hazardous processes, etc. So to before that, we have to be understood about all aspects of the audit and inspections, hazardous audit or safety audits, then safety inspections, job safety analysis, etc. So before that, any chemical constituents which is used in an industry, we should, or the worker or the people which is interacting with that constituents have to be understood about the material safety data sheet. Already we were in the first module discussed about the material safety data sheet and its various aspects or sections of the material safety data sheets. About suppose a chemical constituent, suppose acetone or phenol, when it is storing or manufacturing, the manufacturer will be defining this material safety data sheet, and this can be used to recognize symptoms of overexposure and what to do if such incidents will be occurring. So this material safety data sheet also a part of safety audits or inspections when an industry is concerned. So coming to the topic of fourth module, audit and inspection. So audit and inspection. We were aware about various types of audit which will be happening in an organization, an education institution, then industry and multinational companies, etc. Various types of audit, economic audit, and process audit in industry. So safety audit, one of the important things to avoid the hazardous due to these chemical accidents. So an audit is concerning a industry is audit is a systematic independent review by conformance with established guidelines or standards, because an industry will be working under many standards and guidelines, because Ministry of Environmental Forest clearance is required, then the Central Pollution Control Board and State Pollution Control Board is required, factories and boilers approval is required. So factories at 1948 have to be conformed or to be compliant with the criteria which is defined by these factories and boilers, etc. with the industry which is working in a location. So we have to, for safety people, safety inspector or works manager or the person who is assigned how to do or conduct the audit process. So what are the benefits of audits? It employs a well-defined review process to ensure consistency and to allow the auditor to reach defensible conclusion. That is the conclusion that is a person, that is the auditor, can be understand what are the various points we can be focused to to avoid the accidents. So for the smooth functioning of the industry, it can be used. That is, audit can be used. So auditing is one of the 12 CCTPs, Central Chemical Process Safety, that is under AICHE, American Institute of Chemical Engineers, Process Safety Management element. So one of the 12 CCTs audit is coming. And coming to the inspection, what is the difference between audit and inspection is an inspection is the process of physically examining all the facilities which is provided inside an industry or process industry. So safety audit will be an effective audit includes a review of the relevant documentation and process safety information. So relevant documentation means, suppose material safety data sheet is one of the documents which is used in the industry. Hazardous chemicals details, then fire and exposure certificates, and its compliance, whether industry is within the prescribed time period, whether they are updating their fire safety equipments, then inspection of the physical facilities, then all the interactions with the plant personnel, that is working people inside the industry. Then utilizing the audit procedure and checklist developed in the pre-planning stage, so which will be giving systematic and analyze then compliance with the provisions of the standards and any other corporate policies. So safety, they have various steps are the pre-audit, audit, then post-audit, etc. So various concerns, various factors to be considered during the pre-audit stage. Then pre-audit stage, the audit members are defining, that is, members are fixing in the pre-audit stage. Then defining the scope of this audit. What is the scope? Whether to verify all the documents or any accident prevention, any material handling processes, storage level, etc. are discussing. Various questionnaire and points are discussing the scope. Then identifying from that the so process management audit is the process audit. So management audit is discussing about the management processes which is using or conducting, managing processes conducting in an industry for proper functioning of the industry. But process industrial audit, so that is process audit, will be discussing about all the process chemical processes, exothermic, endothermic, all the types of reactions and possible hazards which will be happening due to these chemicals usage, reactions, etc. Then priority wise schedule it will be conducting. That is, audit will be conducting in priority wise. That is, 1 year yearly auditing is conducting. 2 years we are conducting audit, and 3 years in 3 years we are conducting audit. So because based on the priority, the audit schedule will be varying. Then in this auditing, assessing the strength and weakness, then audit data will be gathering, then sample in that collecting the sample, testing, verification, etc., evaluating the audit data, and reporting these audit findings by the audit people. So in this audit process, there will be a team leader to monitor this audit process. Under this team leader, various expert committee or expert people will be there who will be defining all this concern to the different departments. That is, one person will be process engineer who will be knowing about all the chemical processes, and electrical engineer will be there about the electrical controls, and the instrument people will be there, instrumentation people for process control analysis, etc. So these process audits will be conducted as per the format. Then post audit will be about the discussion or review of these audit findings, and then verifications of this data sheet for the uh, updations and clearance process. So based on this audit process and finally developing an action plan, and this action plan have to be follow up and corrective measures to be taken for avoiding the accidents or hazardous possibility in a process industry. So what is the difference between an inspection and audit? In safety inspection, we can be seen that a safety inspection look for safety hazards and unsafe practices throughout the facility. Facility means an industry or industrial process. An inspection should determine whether safeguards are in place, examine whether the equipment present in any hazard, gather air, water, and other samples to test or hazardous substances, observe work practices to identify unsafe actions. Once identified, rectify, eliminate, or account for any hazards. So hazards, we should understand about hazard means it may be physical, chemical, or environmental aspects. So safety audit means which will evaluate the safety programs and practices within an organization or industry. Employers conducting an audit should measure and collect information about safety programs, reliability, and effectiveness. Then look at whether a safety program meets the company's stated goals. Then examine safety training and response efforts. So safety training should regularly there are people or workplace people have to be undergone safety training when we are working in an industry. So everyone will be knowing about ISO. What is ISO? International Standardization for Organization. So international standardization of our organization has developed a standard that will help organizations or industries to improve employee safety, reduce workplace risks, and create better, safer working conditions all over the world. So in the beginning time, that is during the starting time of this subject, I was discussed about the Occupational Safety and the Health Administration, OSHA. So OSHA is defining or produced many standardization for the safe industrial practice. So process safety audit will be consisting of process change control, safety of plant design, maintenance and operations of process safety equipments, plant safety as built, training and behaviors, continuous process safety improvement. So all these aspects should be covered for a process safety audit. So any change in the process, already defined one process is there or defined reaction is happening in an industry, any change is there that we have to be or approval have to be the safety of plant design. Plant design P and ID diagram is there for an installed plant. So if safety of these equipments have to be assessed. Maintenance and operation of process safety equipments, etc. will be covering in the process safety audit. So this figure showing a process safety survey summary. In this, a format for conducting safety audit. So in this will be containing some the introduction or about the plant manager, survey data, plant engineer, prepared by who is preparing, then process safety engineer, and overall rating about superior, adequate, marginal will be marking based on these various aspects, that is control of process changes, safety of plant design, maintenance and operation of process safety equipment. Different criteria are defined all these headings, and its weightage is also given. So based on this weightage, which is coming under superior quality, then adequate quality or marginal quality, the mark will be defined under various headings. So similarly, all the 6 criteria are defined, and then its mark will be providing here. Overall rating will be discussing, providing. So this is another checklist of audit process containing plan process safety survey, summary of the records. That is, different records are keeping in an industry. So these records will be verified whether safety of plant design, total number of floor kits at plant, percentage latest issue at plant, number of safety case studies due, then percentage of these re-studies up to date. These are all the criteria will be assessing during the safety audit. Then process safety audit guidelines. Process safety audit guidelines will be covering all these aspects. That is frequency and timing of in-depth process safety audit. That is timing will be quarterly, yearly, 2-year, 3-year. That is depend upon the priority of the process which is required or analyzed for audit. Then planning for the audit, initiation of the audit, composition of the audit team. That is, audit team should be a chairman and its expert committee members of different departments. Then responsibility of the team members, audit team support resources, audit team meeting will be conducted, carrying out an audit, resolution of concerns, the audit report will be presenting after completing the audit. Review of this audit report with these numbers under the chairman, with the authorizing superintendent, and follow up with the corrective actions, review and updating of the procedure. So these are processes will be happening in the process safety audit guidelines. So coming to job safety analysis, because every people who is working in an industry or as a graduate engineer will be working as a production manager. Under that, many people will be diploma people will be working for monitoring all the processes. So these people, safety is very important during the industry which is working in an area. So job safety analysis an important aspects for safer working as well as economy of an industry concern, because job related injuries occur every day in the workplace. Recently, you might be heard about the LG polymer. So LG polymer, there is no, as per the news, there was no harmful or injuries happen for the industrial person, but the surrounding people it was affected. 12 people were died because of this accident. So job safety, whether because the person who is working in an industry should be safe and its exposure or its working atmosphere should be happy, then only the process will be successful, or chemical process or reaction or outcome of this industry will be successful. So job safety analysis is a part of many existing accident prevention program. So preventing the accidents is one of the objectives. So perform a job safety analysis as part of the investigation to determine the events and conditions that lead to the accident. So an accident investigation. So after an accident, suppose an accident occurred in the industry, then an accident investigation is not complete until the report is prepared and submitted. That is, job safety analysis report have to be prepared and submitted. So various questionnaires are using for the job safety analysis, because it is always about the person who is working inside the industry. So are there materials on the floor that could trip a worker? Then is lighting is adequate? Are there any live electrical hazards at the job site? Then are there any explosive hazards associated with the job or likely to develop? So because any explosive hazard is happening, that is have to be identified. Then are tools, including hand tools, machines, and equipment in need of repair? Is there excessive noise in the work area? So similar or questions will be asked. So an important thing and that is, are employees wearing proper personal protective equipment for the job they are performing? That is one of the important things. Will have any employees complaint of headaches, breathing problem, dizziness, or strong odors? Is ventilation certificate that the job involved entry into the confined space? Because confined space means we have to do the proper ventilation. So have tests been made for oxygen deficiency and toxic fumes? Because uh, depending upon the materials which will be produced inside an industry, and it's based upon the density, the material will be existing in the air or under the air or above the air. So based on these aspects, we have to be asked whether the person in a confined space, involved in a confined space. So all these questions have to be performed for the job safety analysis. So all these materials, when we are going through the OSHA, Occupational Safety and the Health Administration website, we can be obtained. Then coming to the process hazard analysis, another topic to be covered in this module is process hazard analysis. The process hazard analysis is analyzing the hazard or identifying the hazard, assessing the hazard. So hazard already I discussed that any physical condition which will be having a potential to human injury or damage to the industry, damage to the environment, etc. So a thorough and orderly systematic approach for identifying, evaluating, and controlling the hazards of the process. This process hazard analysis is important. So an employer, that is a management of an industry, must perform an initial process hazard analysis or hazard evaluation before starting an industry. So in hazards, there are two methods are there. That is, one is identifying the hazards and then assessing the hazards. So in identification and assessment, various techniques are using conventional methods which are including, that is what if method is the, then checklist method is the, what if or checklist method is using, hazard and operability study is using, failure mode and effect analysis is using, that is FMEA, then fault tree analysis and event tree analysis, or an appropriate equivalent methodology is used. So what if checklist and what if checklist method or conventional method? What if a pump is stopped, a blower has stopped, or heat exchanger has blocked? So all the questionnaire will be asking the what if process. Checklist various questionnaire will be giving, and based on this, priority will be assessing and hazard will be identified. Then what if and checklist combined will be used. Then in our module 3, processes are emphasized that hazard and operability study, that is hazard analysis, then failure mode FMEA, failure mode and effect analysis. Because of this failure, what effect occurred will be identified. Then another technical methods are the fault tree analysis and event tree analysis. Both are qualitative and quantitative analysis of hazard. So hazard analysis must address the hazards of the process, the identification of any previous incident that had the potential for catastrophic consequences in that place, then engineering and administrative control applicable to the hazards and their interrelationships, such as appropriate application of detection methodologies to provide early warning of the release. Then acceptable detection methods might include process monitoring and control instrumentation with the alarms and detection hardware such as hydrocarbon sensors. So this is concerning about an hydrocarbon industry. So during the hazard analysis, the consequence of failure of engineering and administrative control should be assessed. Then facility citing human factors which will be occurred, then uh, which can be occurred or which will be occurred, human factors, because human errors will be causing hazard. So a qualitative evaluation of a range of the possible safety and health effects on employees in the workplace if there is a failure of control. So qualitative and quantitative evaluation should be conducted for hazard assessment. So qualitative and quantitative methods will be uh, discussing about during the fault tree and event tree analysis. So coming to these three methods, comparing with FMEA, failure mode and defect analysis, or an event tree, is the approach is bottom-up method. That is, from bottom to top, it will be analyzing what is happened and forward, what will be happening in the hazard assessment. So fault tree analysis is a top-down method, that is deductive method. Top to bottom, which will be assessed. On existing process is the what is the deviation and tracing down the process and up to the consequence it will be assessing as of upon. So coming to the HACCP topic, HACCP involves a vessel to vessel and a pipe to pipe review of a plant. That is what I told that EID is an important when a HACCP analysis is concerned. That is pipeline and instrument diagram. So for each vessel and pipe, the possible disturbance and their potential consequences are identified in the HACCP process. Then HACCP is based on guide words. That is, guide words is important, such as that is no, not, more, less, as well as part of, reverse, other than, sooner, later, other place should be asked for every pipe and vessel. So the objectives will be, that is HACCP will be conducting through a brainstorming techniques, then a qualitative risk assessment tool, then an inductive risk assessment tool, that is an interaction will be happening. Meaning that is the bottom up risk identification approach where success relies on the ability of subject matter experts, that is SMEs, to predict deviation based on past experience and the general subject matter expertise. So inductive risk assessment tool. This is an inductive risk assessment tool. That is, subject matter experts will be, their opinion will be using for analyzing or assessing the hazard which can be possible takes place in an industry. So usage of HACCP will be covering design, physical and operational environment, operational and procedural control. So all the design aspects will be discussing, that is assessing the system design capability to meet user specification and safety standards, identifying weakness in the system, that is during the design of an industry, then physical and operational environment, that is once the industry designing over, then physical and operational environment will be
ഹലോ
analyzing.
ഹലോ സർ, ഓഡിയോ ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഇച്ചിരി ഫീബിൾ ആവുന്നുണ്ട്. മൈക്ക് ഒന്ന് കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ഒന്ന് അടുത്ത് വെച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാം.
ഇപ്പൊ ക്ലിയർ ആണോ?
ഇപ്പൊ ബെറ്റർ ആണ്, ഇപ്പൊ ബെറ്റർ ആണ്. താങ്ക് യു.
Okay. So coming to the second stage of the HACCP usage is physical and operational environment. That is assessing environment to ensure system is appropriately situated, supported, serviced, or contained, etc. Then during the operational and procedural control, HACCP will be using, that is assessing engineering control, automation systems, sequence of operations, procedural control, any procedural changes, etc. So assessing different operational modes, that is startup, standby, normal operation, steady and unsteady state, normal shutdown process, emergency shutdown, etc. are assessing in the operation and procedural control of HAZOP. So coming to the HAZOP, these have some advantages and disadvantages are there. That is, coming to the advantages, that is, HAZOP will be helpful in confronting hazards that are difficult to quantify. That is, any physical or chemical hazard which is difficult to quantify will be confronting. That is, hazard rooted in human performance and behaviors, hazard that are difficult to detect, analyze, isolate, counter, predict, etc. Methodology doesn't force you to explicitly rate or measure deviation probability of occurrence, severity of impact, or ability to detect. Then, as of built in brainstorming methodology, that is, expert numbers will be brainstorming and finding out the hazard assessment. Then systematic and comprehensive methodology, then most simple and intuitive than other commonly used risk management tool. So in hazard method, hazard assessment as well as risk assessment also conducted. So disadvantages coming to hazard, there is no means to assess hazard involved in interactions between different parts of a system or process. Then no risk ranking or prioritization, that is weightage or is not given. So risk ranking or prioritization is not given. Then terms may be optionally building such as capability as required, no means to assess effectiveness of existing or proposed control, that is safeguards. Then as of may need to interface with the other risk management tools such as HACCP. So interlinking with the other risk management tool to improve the efficiency of assessment, hazard assessment. So hazard methodology will be covering 4 steps, that is definition of problem, then preparation, then examination, then documentation and follow-up. So preparation phase, that is the second phase, is a guide words are used, that is no or not. For example, suppose a detergent is added in a washing process. Suppose no or not. No detergent is added. More is using. More will be using for 2 conditions. That is based upon the, for example, too much detergent volume is added. And supplied detergent solution concentration is too high. These 2 aspects, more, the word more is using. Like hazard analysis.
സർ ഓഡിയോ ഇടയ്ക്ക് കുറച്ച് ഫീബിൾ ആവുന്നുണ്ട് സർ. നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് ഇഷ്യൂ ആണോ മൈക്കിന്റെ പൊസിഷന്റെ ഇഷ്യൂ ആണോ എന്ന് അറിയില്ല.
മൈക്ക് ഞാൻ കറക്റ്റ് ആണ് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്.
ഓക്കെ, ഇപ്പൊ ബെറ്റർ ആയിട്ടുണ്ട് സർ.
ഇപ്പൊ ബെറ്റർ ആണോ?
പക്ഷെ കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോ ഫീബിൾ ആവുന്നുണ്ട്.
ഓക്കെ, ഞാൻ പോയിന്റ് ഒന്നുകൂടെ ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. ഓക്കെ, then preparation phase will be covering all these guide words for the hazard assessment. Then the word less is using, too little detergent volume is added. Then less supplied detergent solution, concentration is too low. Then part of, the word part of is using, critical detergent component is omitted. Reverse, detergent is contaminated with a harmful hazard other than wrong detergent used. So in any examples, if you are looking into a HAZOP study, all these words will be, guide words will be using for the hazard assessment. So in examination phase, what we'll be doing is all these aspects will be rechecking or undergoing an examination for the assessing the elements. Then coming to the hazard and operability analysis of cleaning agent deviations that were used to explain HAZOP guide words. So this is an example for HAZOP analysis. Suppose in here you can see assign each entry a unique tracking number, then insert deviation guide word used, then element, describe what the guide word pertained, then describe the deviation, describe how the deviation may occur, describe may happen if the deviation occur, then list controls, then capture key relevant rationale, then identify any hazard mitigation or control actions required, record who is responsible for action. So all these criteria will be covering in a HAZOP analysis. So its example is given here. So in first stage, it will be no cleaning agent, that is element will be cleaning agent. Deviation is no detergent is added during cleaning cycle, and possible cause of this process is detergent supply reservoir was empty. So what is the consequence of this emptiness? Residue not effectively removed, leaving system in an unclean state. Then safeguards is technicians check detergent reservoir before every cycle. Then comments about this stage is assume technicians can reliably estimate volume visually. അത് കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. Then actions required is consider alarm or low detergent reservoir level. So അലാറം വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്കത് ഡിറ്റർജന്റ് ലെവൽ കുറയുന്നത് അസസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. So these actions will be assigned to an engineer. So second stage, when it is considering a trainer, the cleaning agent the element is again cleaning agent, that is other than condition is coming here. So deviation which is discussed is wrong detergent used. Then technician retrieves wrong detergent from warehouse. Then consequence is incorrect detergent may be ineffective at removing residue, leaving system in an unclean state. Then safeguards for this is cleaning log require verification of proper detergent use. Detergent is labeled. Then comment about these things is many different detergent containers look alike. Then actions required is ensure technician training addresses detergent selection. So detergent selection was changed sometimes. So this is will be assigning to the trainer inside a process. So this is also a HAZOP analysis method. From flow sheets will be analyzing through various stages and its completeness through various guide words such as high, low, based upon the industrial processes which is happening. That is low pressure, low temperature, low concentration, etc. All these assessments will be conducting and flow sheets will be completing. So flow sheet, if it is not completing, again the process will be going back to the stage, that is select and mark an unstudied line going into or out of the vessel. So this is an example for a vessel which is assessing how much hazard will be causing due to this vessel. Coming to the FMEA method, that is failure mode and event effect analysis, that is involve reviewing system to discover the mode of failure which may occur and the effect of each failure mode will be assessing. This technique is oriented towards the equipment rather than process parameters. So a series of equipments will be assessing here in the FMEA method, that is pressure relief valve. That is failure mode will be assessing whether it is jammed or open. Its effect will be assessing here, that is increased operation of temperature, sensing controller and gas flow due to hot water loss. Then if jam closed, if the valve is jammed and closed, nothing will be happening. So effect of whole system will be assessing here and its hazard will be assessing and failure frequency will be assessing. Detection method will be producing here. Then compensating provisions and remarks will be added here. So all these hazard will be assessing through a series of analysis. And its pros and cons will be FMEA is an efficient method for analyzing elements which can cause failure of the whole or of a large part of a system. It works best where the failure logic is essentially a series one. That is, a process is A series analysis is analyzing in the hazard analyzing in a process through FMEA. So the cons is it is much less suitable where complex logic is required to describe system failure. Then FMEA should not be included in specifications indiscriminately. So coming to the fault tree analysis method is quantitative and quantitative analysis, as I told earlier. Here the hazard assessment and identification is doing. So a fault tree involves development of contributing causes of an undesirable event. A logic tree for system behavior may be oriented to success or failure. A fault is an incorrect state. That is the term you should be understand about. Fault is an incorrect state in a process that may be due to a failure of the component or equipment, or may be induced by some outside influence. So all failures are faults, but not all faults are failures. So in fault tree analysis, based upon the industrial process, tree will be drawing by including all the processes. So various symbols are using based depends upon the primary or base event, undeveloped or diamond event, then intermediate event, conditioning event, external or house event, etc. So primary event will be considering basic fault event requiring no further development. So undeveloped event or diamond event will be considering fault event which has not been further developed. So coming to the logic gate which is using for the development of fault trees, AND gate, OR gate, inhibit gate, priority AND gate, exclusive OR gate, voting gate, transfer in, transfer out, etc. These all symbols are using for the development of fault tree. So then analyzing its probability, and through probability we will get an outcome, that is quantification of this hazard will be assessing through fault tree analysis. That is what here AND gate, a basic probability relationship is given here as output is A and two inputs are given. So it depends upon the gate which is using, it can be as analyzed or probability can be classified here. That is AND gate will be using as A is equal to BC, operation will be input, that is output is equal to input into two product of the two input. But in the case of OR gate, output is equal to sum of two input. So its probability is assessing by the product of two inputs, and here in this probability is assessing as sum of these probabilities minus product of two probabilities, input probabilities. So all these assessment will be conducting through OR gate and AND gate. Its probability will be assessing and its frequency will be producing. So output will be getting as a sum of these probabilities or frequencies, or product of these probabilities or frequency and probability, etc. So this is an example for your fault tree analysis method for conducting the hazard analysis. So here in these steps it is describing all the processes which will be happening in a assessment for the fault tree analysis to conduct the hazard assessment, and by assuming some values for these probabilities, what is happening inside this system or the cause failure which is happened for the explosion of this vessel is discussed, and its summation is given here and assessed a value, that is total probability it is obtained as 4.4 into 10 raised to minus 5. So an example it is going. So you coming to the event tree analysis, what is how to assess the hazard is through, suppose an example we can be discussed, LPG release process which is happened. So here a different classifications are given for the event. So various events are happened before the hazard which is happening. So after leakage is happened from a LPG cylinder, the hazard which was occurred is BLE, VE, local fire, then vapor cloud explosion, flash fire, dispersion. So this possibility of this hazard will be assessing through the various events and its probability is assessing. So here we are giving large LPG release as a probability of 1 to 10 raised to minus 4 per year chance. That is, we are splitting into yes or no. So the chance for yes is giving, that is 0.1. That is immediate ignition chance is giving 0.1 if it is yes, and immediate ignition if is no at a 0.9 weightage. Probability is 0.9. So total is 1. So we are immediate ignition probability is yes or no, we are splitting. Or if it is immediately igniting, that will be coming to the flame imprints on the tank, and flame, if it is catched on the system, it will be causing BLEVE or local fire. So chance for BLEVE is providing as 0.2 probability, and that is for yes, and 0.8 for no. So if 0.2, that is boiling liquid, explosion will be happening. Then if it is no, local fire will be happening. So in the coming to the other immediate ignition, if it is not happened, what is the next possibility? So delayed ignition is there or not, or other explosion or not, flash fire is there or not. So all these stages will be assessing based upon the probability weightage, and we are classifying what is the outcome of the hazard, that is BLEVE, local fire, VCE, BLEVE, flash fire, dispersion, etc. So all these summations based on the assessment will be giving as outcome, that is immediate BLEVE is happening. That is the root will be ABE, and its frequency per year will be 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. Its summation on its probability will be given. So similarly, all these hazard will be assessing here, and the total outcome of this LPG leakage will can be obtained as 1 into 10 raised to minus 4. That is equals to A. That is LPG leakage. So this can be assessed through event. That is the event tree analysis. So different events are classifying, and its hazard will be assessed. So coming to the accident investigation process. So hazard assessment to stop or to prevent the accident, we have to assess these hazards, and is properly evaluating the hazards, then only we can prevent the accidents which is occurring or possible to occur in an industry. So after accident investigation, various steps are there to count the possibility. That is, background information have to be checked, account of the accident, that is what happened, and then discussion, analysis of the accident and how, why, etc., and recommendations of immediate and long range actions to remedy. That is basic process, indirect process, direct process are assessing here in this accident investigation process. So already discussed that during the accident investigation, job safety analysis is another important factor for in the accident investigation process. So today I'm stopping up to this topic, that is process, safety audit, safety inspection, job safety analysis, and various hazard analysis processes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So നമുക്ക് വന്നിട്ടുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിലെ കുട്ടികളുടെ എക്സാം പോയിന്റ് ഓഫ് വ്യൂവില് ഇതിൽ ഏറ്റവും റെലവെന്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ടോപ്പിക് ഏതാണെന്നാണ് ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്.
ഓക്കെ, ഞാൻ അതിന് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യാം. അത് എന്താന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, ഇപ്പം ഇതുപോലെ ഒരു എക്സാം പോയിന്റിൽ നമ്മൾ ഈ ഒരു ടോപ്പിക് പഠിക്കുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇതിന്റെ ഈ സബ്ജക്റ്റിൽ ഡിഫറെന്റ് ഹസാർഡ് അസസ്മെന്റ് ടെക്നിക്സ് ആർ യൂസിങ്. സപ്പോസ് ഹാസോപ്പ്, FMEA, ഇവന്റ് ട്രീ, ഫോൾട്ട് ട്രീ എക്സെട്ര. ഇങ്ങനെ ഫോൾട്ട് ട്രീ അനാലിസിസ് ഒക്കെ ഇതിന്റെ എല്ലാം തിയററ്റിക്കലി നമ്മൾ അസസ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിലും ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്കിൽ കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്ന ഇതുപോലത്തെ ഒരു എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് വെച്ചിട്ട് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, ഇതുപോലത്തെ സിമ്പിൾ ടോപ്പിക് വെച്ച് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അവർക്ക് കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഈസി ആയിട്ട് അത് മനസ്സിലാക്കിയെടുക്കാൻ പറ്റും. കാരണം ഇതിൽ അവർ ആ പ്രോസസ്സിനെ പറ്റി മനസ്സിലാക്കി അതിൽ നിന്ന് ആൻസർ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവർക്ക് ടോപ്പിക്ക് കുറച്ചുകൂടി എഫക്റ്റീവായിട്ട് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. പ്രോപ്പറാണോ?
അതെ സർ, അതെ സർ. സർ, ഇതിൽ ഹസാർഡ് സർവേ ആൻഡ് അനാലിസിസ് മെത്തേഡ് ഒന്നുകൂടെ ഒന്ന് ബ്രീഫ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ ചോദിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മുടെ ടൈം ലിമിറ്റിൽ പോസിബിൾ ആണോ സർ?
ഹസാർഡ് സർവേ ആൻഡ് അനാലിസിസ് അല്ലേ?
അതെ അതെ
അതല്ലേ ചോദിച്ചത്?
അതെ അതെ അതെ.
അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ഒന്നുകൂടെ പറയാം. ഹസാർഡ് സർവേ ആൻഡ് അനാലിസിസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഇവന്റ് ഒരു ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയിൽ ഹാപ്പൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് അനലൈസിസും നടത്തുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ അതിനുള്ള വേരിയസ് സ്റ്റെപ്സ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഇവന്റ് ട്രീ അനാലിസിസ് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തിരുന്നത് ബോയിലിംഗ് ലിക്വിഡ് ആണോ അതോ വേപ്പർ ക്ലൗഡ് എക്സ്പ്ലോഷൻ ആണോ ലോക്കൽ ഫയർ ആണോ, എന്താണ് ഹസാർഡ് അവിടെ നടന്നത് എന്നുള്ളത് നമ്മൾ അസസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഡിഫറെന്റ് സ്റ്റേജ് ബൈ സ്റ്റേജ് അനാലിസിസിലാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഹസാർഡ് സർവേ, then hazard analysis. So what are the types of hazard which will be happening and its assessment qualitatively and quantitatively എന്നുള്ള മെത്തഡോളജിയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ ഒരു ടോപ്പിക്കിൽ കവർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അത് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്താൽ മതിയോ?
അതെ സർ, അത് മതിയോ, അത് മതിയോ സർ. ഐ തിങ്ക് ദാറ്റ്സ് ഇറ്റ്. നമുക്ക് അത്രേ അത് വരുന്നുള്ളൂ സർ. ഇതിൽ തുടക്കത്തിൽ ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്സ് പറഞ്ഞതിൽ ഇവർക്ക് അക്സസിബിൾ ആയിട്ട് പെട്ടെന്ന് കിട്ടാൻ ചാൻസ് ഉള്ളത് ഇപ്പൊ ലൈബ്രറി ആക്സസ് ഇല്ലാത്തൊരു സ്ഥിതിക്ക് അവർക്ക്.
ഓക്കെ, ഞാൻ ഈ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്കിൽ ഇതിൽ 2 ഞാൻ എന്റെ ഗൂഗിൾ ഡ്രൈവിൽ ഷെയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ഓൾറെഡി. ബാക്കി ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്കുകൾ എൻ്റെ ഒത്തിരി ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്കുകളുണ്ട് ഞാൻ റെഫർ ചെയ്യാനും ഇതുപോലെ PPTs പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യാനും. അപ്പം അത് വേണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ഗൂഗിൾ ഡ്രൈവിൽ ഷെയർ ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഒരു ടൈം ലിമിറ്റ് കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിനകത്ത് മാറ്റിക്കോളാം. ഒരു 1 or 2 months ഞാൻ അതിനകത്ത് കീപ്പ് ചെയ്തോളാം. കാരണം ഇത്രയും സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ഇവർ ആക്സസ് വേണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് ആ ലിങ്ക് ഷെയർ ചെയ്ത് തന്നാൽ മതിയല്ലോ ആസ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ.
സർ, ഇതിൽ ഏറ്റവും കുട്ടികൾക്ക് ഏറ്റവും യൂസ്ഫുൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ഏതായിരിക്കും? അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇതിൽ ഏത് ചൂസ് ചെയ്യണം?
ഓക്കെ, കുട്ടികൾക്ക് യൂസ്ഫുൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒന്ന് ഡാനിയൽ J. ക്രൗൾ ആണ്. ഡാനിയൽ A. ക്രൗൾ, കെമിക്കൽ പ്രോസസ് സേഫ്റ്റി. ഇത് എല്ലാ നമ്മുടെ കോളേജുകളിൽ എല്ലായിടത്തും ഉള്ള ഫെമിലർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്കാണ്. പിന്നെ ലോസ് പ്രിവെൻഷൻ ഇൻ ദി പ്രോസസ് ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസ് എന്നുള്ളത് 3 വോളിയം ഉണ്ട്. അതിൽ കണ്ടന്റ് ഒത്തിരി ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ടെക്സ്റ്റ് സിലബസിൽ പറയാത്ത കുറെ ടോപ്പിക്കുകളും കൂടി അതിനകത്ത് കവർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. അഡ്വാൻസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഹസാർഡ് അനാലിസിസ് പ്രോസസ്സിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ട്, കമ്പ്യൂട്ടേഷൻ മെത്തേഡ്സ് ഒക്കെ.
ഓക്കെ സർ. സോ ദാറ്റ്സ് ഇറ്റ്. എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഡൗട്ട് ക്ലിയർ ആയെന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നു. So since due to time constraint we are winding up the session for today. അപ്പോൾ ഇനി ഈ ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു സമയത്തിൽ തന്നെ we have covered a lot of topic. പല മെത്തേഡ്സും നമ്മൾ വളരെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽഡ് ആയിട്ട് തന്നെ പോയി. അപ്പം let me thank Anu and sir on behalf of all the attendees and ASAP for joining us today, for sharing all these details with us. Thanks a lot, sir. Also, let me thank all the attendees who have joined us today. Thank you all.